So the first time that I fermented something myself, I had like all of these notes. I thought it was going to be super, super hard. I was really overwhelmed because every set of directions that I read said something different. And I made something and it got scummy on top and I freaked out and threw it away. You only really need a jar, some vegetables, some salt, and some water that's not chlorinated. And you're good to go. It's really quite easy. Fermentation is a way to preserve vegetables, but it's also a way to get the most nutrients out of vegetables too. So when you're fermenting something, you are utilizing the lactic acid producing bacteria. You are also getting way more nutrients out of the vegetables when you are fermenting. Whereas if you're doing vinegar pickles, they taste great, but you're not unlocking more nutrients in that way. I just make a 5% brine, which is 4 cups water and 2.5 tablespoons salt, and I just pour it over the kraut, and it's so much easier. And then you pack it down into a jar really, really tightly. Make sure that all the vegetables are underneath the brine. Weigh it down underneath the brine. I use plastic bags filled with water for my weights because they're really easy and they're cheap and they fill all of the crevices and spaces really well. And then just leave it for anywhere between 4 days to 4 months. There's no time that it's done. There's no time where you can say like, this is what it's supposed to be like. It's an ever-changing thing and it has to do a lot with taste. So I will start tasting something about a week after I make it and then keep sometimes pulling from the same jar and just leave it out of the fridge because I like the changing flavor a lot. It's not like something you buy in the store where it's always going to be the same. It's very homogeneous. The beauty of fermenting is that it's always going to be really different depending on who's doing it, when they're doing it, and where.